The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. And find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome back to Central Bank of the Ozarks High School Game Day here on Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage, presented by Great Southern Bank, Labor's Local 663, Shelter Insurance Agents, Grant Baker in Aurora, Sean Holman in Lockwood, the Bank of Billings, Doak Propane, and Labor's Local 663. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Going down to Mansfield, Missouri, and we welcome in Lady Lions head coach Gary Greene. Coach Greene, thanks for your time today.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Everybody's at home right now. With I don't think anybody south of I-70 is in school, but you guys are preparing for a district championship. What's the week been like? Just the ups and downs. Are we going to school? Are we going to play? Just tell us a little bit about the district experience.
Well, we got to play Monday night after we had the bye, and of course we, like everybody else, knew the weather was coming, so kind of had an idea that we were going to be dealing with something like this. I was just grateful that I wasn't the host. We've been there, done that before, and it's a nightmare. So Brent down there in Houston's had his hands full, so we kind of knew, and we didn't get to practice on Wednesday, but we were able to get into practice last night. So we're just holding tight like everybody else. Looking forward to it.
At this point of the season, are you guys relatively healthy?
Yeah, actually we are, which is something that we've had. I don't know. I shouldn't say we've had the worst luck in the world, but in the last few years, I've had 4 ACLs in the last 6 years, and every year it's been my best player. So to get where we are right now with no injuries is something we've not had in the last few years. So we feel very fortunate to be healthy for sure.
So you get the first round bye, then you take on Hartford in the semifinals. Tell us a little bit about that game.
Well, as you know, Hartford-Mansfield's a big rivalry, and it's a good rivalry. It's one of those where we know each other so well. We know their folks, and they know us. And I got kids on my team whose families from Hartford and vice versa, and so it's just one of those games that you never want to lose, no matter what. And so it becomes a more stressful rivalry just because, if you lose, then they've got that one on you, until you see them again. And so we had to play them 4 times this year, which is nuts. And so that makes it even worse because there was so much familiarity with what we do for them, and same for us. But I think we were every game we played with them was close. The final scores weren't indicative of how close the games were. And this one was the closest one of the 4. But we were able to make some free throws when we needed to and get some stops. And fortunately, we were able to move on because, they were able to keep us. It was a low-scoring game. And they've got that McKinley Sanders, a really nice player. And so low-scoring game and every possession matters. She can sometimes just go score on you. And so but fortunately, we were able to keep her in check, so to speak. Not as much as we'd like to, but we were able to keep her in check enough to get a win.
Again, visiting with Mansfield Lady Lions head coach Gary Greene here on our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment. And sitting beside you is Logan Jones, who put up 26 points, I believe 16 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and probably drew the toughest assignment. Tell us a little bit about her performance.
Well, she was fantastic. I mean, that's a pretty good stat line you just read there. The only thing I would change on that is she didn't guard McKinley the whole time. Her sister Lauren who's sitting right there, drew that assignment probably a little more than half the time. We have to switch them off because, she's a handful. So if one would get a foul or get a couple fouls, we'd switch them off. But Lauren actually did most of the heavy lifting on McKinley this year, but Logan would pick her up when Lauren would get a little tired. But she had, 16 rebounds from the point guard spot's pretty impressive. 9 of those, I think, were offensive. So she's pretty special.
Logan, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, on behalf of Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, congratulations on being named an Athlete of the Week for that performance. Take us a little bit, back to that game from your perspective. How are you getting prepared? You know what your assignment's going to be, and Coach talked about the familiarity between the two teams. What are you doing to get prepared?
We're just I'm getting mentally prepared for that game, just telling myself what my role is and to just stay out of foul trouble. And yeah, we both of the teams, we just know each other so well that it's hard to get by with certain plays and stuff. So we just really had to execute those plays and just go over them, get them in our heads. And yeah, that's how we had to prepare for them.
Well, 16 rebounds from the point guard position. Without giving away any secrets, what are you just reading the ball well out of the hand? What's your cheat code there? How you get there?
Well, I don't know. I just felt like the ball was just coming to me every time I went for that rebound, and I would just read the ball, go in there, and just be like, that ball is mine. Nobody else is getting that ball, and that's what I would think the whole game.
Yeah. What are you doing now to kind of get prepared? I know they've backed the championship game up. You guys have just been able to get into the gym and practice one time. What's going through your mind? This has got to be a tough few days. Just, are we going to play today? No. Okay, we got to wait another day. What are you doing to kind of stay focused?
Well, mostly just to get my body prepared. I'm drinking lots of water and stretching just to make sure that my body's ready to play. And mentally, I'm just getting ready for what we could see, what their defense looks like, what I need to do to get open, get my teammates open, and what we just need to do to win. And I'm we're just going into the gym, getting shots up, and just getting ready to play.
What do you know about the team that you're getting ready to play?
Well, I know that they're definitely taller than us. They have a height advantage. And so we're definitely going to have to block out and go after those boards. And then we just need to make sure that to pass fake and everything, because they're long and lanky and want to get a hand on that ball.
Outstanding. Well, once again, congratulations on behalf of Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks being named an Athlete of the Week. And Coach Greene, what are you guys going to have to do to come out on top in this championship game that I believe has been moved to Saturday at 3:30?
Correct. Well, kind of like with her, I saw you had Steve on yesterday, and I think he said she was 5'6". She's actually about 5'8". But if you notice, I'm taking up a lot more of the screen than she is, and so I don't know if you've seen the movie Roadhouse, but they always told Dalton, said, I always thought you'd be bigger than that.
Yeah.
To be in that line of work. And you'd think with somebody like her getting 16 rebounds, scoring 26 points, that you'd look at her and go, man, I thought you'd be bigger than that. Yeah. But what we have to do, I said a lot there to say this, is we have to play bigger than we are. And that's why when you asked her how she gets the rebounds, that's how she just has a motor that's bigger than most. And we got to have 7, 8, 9 kids play bigger than they are because of their height and their size advantage. And so, we have to win the battle of will, if you will. We've got to get the loose balls. We've got to get the rebounds, and then we got to make some shots. That's the X factor always, is whether or not your shots go in. So, but we'll show up and compete. I know that.
And is this, have you seen them yet this season? Outside of being on film, have you faced Licking at all this year?
Yeah, we played them in December at their place. and I think we lost by 9 or 10, maybe. It was a 1-point game with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, and it stayed close. And they kind of free throwed us out there at the end a little bit, but it was a close game, and we turned it over a little more than we probably would like to. So if we can change that dynamic, we've got a shot.
And what's the plans between now and then? You guys going to be able to get on the court? What time are you guys leaving out tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to practice this evening at 5. Give the roads a chance to melt a little bit, and then we'll meet again at noon tomorrow, and then we'll head down there about 1. So,
and it's at Houston, correct?
That's right.
All right. Well, very good. Well, again, Logan, congratulations, and best of luck as you go forward. And if you go get a win, then we'll have you on again next week as you prepare for your sectional game. And Coach Greene, it's always great to visit with you. And I know we've got a connection. We talked a little bit about it. Your roommate in college, his father was my godfather, or still is my godfather. And talking about Scott Swift, and then his dad Bob, who's a Missouri Sports Hall of Fame legend in high school baseball. But Coach, I really appreciate the time we get to spend, and best of luck as you go forward. And anytime we can do anything for you, just let us know.
Thanks, Guy. We appreciate it. Appreciate you guys covering us and giving us a chance to visit today.
Yes, thank you very much.
You bet. You guys have a great day. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us, take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.